what an awful day to be a Toronto sports fan as the Jays lose 8-6 to the Yankees, lose this series, and are now 9-19 on the season, and this game frustrates me for a few reasons. One, Stroman leaves with discomfort in his armpit. Second of all, how many broken bat, blooper, single, garbage hits had to happen tonight for the Jays to lose? I know in that inning where they scored 3 in the 7th, there was at least 2 or 3 of them that blooped in there to score runs. I know Starlin Castro had at least 2 blooper singles right straight up the middle. Flip, man. Jeez. It just frustrates me because the bats came out flying early. They were up 4-0 after the first as Justin Smoke singles and Pilar scores. There's 1 run. Steve Pearce comes up. He hits a 3-run shot. 3 home runs in 2 games for Steve Pearce. He is staying hot. 4-0. Oh my goodness, what was that? 4-0 Jays after 1. Or after the top of the first. In the bottom of the first, Matt Holliday hits a 3-run shot off of Stroman. Oh boy. And Stroman didn't look good in his few innings of work. He really didn't. His balls were not... he was not throwing strikes. And when he was, they were meatballs. And it was just tough. Then the top of the second happens. Russell Martin walks in a full count, scoring a run. Bang! Got one of those 3 runs back. One of those 3 runs back. It is 5-3. Right? And then Kendrys Morales grounds out into a fielder's choice. There it is. 6-3. 6-3 Jays. Yeah, math is great for me. But then Aaron Judge obviously hits a home run, 2-run shot. It's a 6-5 game. They got to get that guy tested. He is crazy. You can go from striking out 50% of the time to doing this in one off season. Nonetheless, he's playing unreal with his 13th home run of the season. And this is when things get a little bit fun. Chris Carter singles up the middle. Oh yeah, do I mention that was a broken bat blooper over the playing in infield. Scoring 1. Then Gregorius hits an infield single as Joe Biagini can't get the guy out at first. It's 8-6. That made it. That gave them the lead. And then Aaron Hicks with a bases loaded walk because Joe Smith was just walking guys. And that made it 8-6. And the Jays, obviously against Betances and Chapman, couldn't do anything. And it ends 8-6. If we're trying to find positives, as we have been trying to find, we are seeing guys get more hits. Pilar was 1 for 4, scored a run. Obviously, that hit was in the first inning, and he did score on that in the first inning. Bautista was 1 for 4. Martin was over 2, but he got an RBI. That was with the walk. Kendrys Morales 1 for 4 with the RBI on the ground out. Justin Smoke 1 for 4 with an RBI. That was on the single in the first inning, scoring Pilar. And then Steve Pearce 1 for 3 with that 3-run home run. Darwin Barney stays hot, 2 for 3. Goins 1 for 3. That's great stuff. And if we're trying to find other positives, Ryan Tepera continues to throw the ball really well. An inning and 2/3, walks 3 guys, but doesn't give up a run and all that. Joe Biagini comes in and has a tough time. Inning and 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs. But 5 strikeouts, which is pretty crazy. And like I said, Joe Smith, 2/3 of an inning, walks 2 guys, strikes out a batter. And Roberto Osuna comes out in the bottom of the 8th, full inning of work, strikes out the side. Bang, bang, boom, Roberto Osuna is finding his way back. But it was a little too late at that point. Now, the Jays have a day off now. I am praying that Marcus Stroman is not significantly hurt. I'm hoping it was just precautionary that they took him out. What I am hoping is that people can get healthy flipping quick, because this is starting to scare me a little bit. Donaldson and Tulowitzki look like hopefully they're aiming to come back for the next homestand, which is great news. That is after the Tampa Bay series coming up. Aaron Sanchez obviously got placed on the 10-day DL. Jay Happ we don't really know about, and Marcus Stroman, we're going to have to learn what happens with him. We're going to have to probably figure that out tomorrow. That'll probably be what's going to happen tomorrow. He'll probably do tests, get the results, and we don't know what's going to happen. But they're now 9-19, and that winning series you had against Tampa is now gone because you just lost the next one. So it's just even out 500 record between the last 2 series. So you don't really gain anything, you don't really lose anything over the past 2 series, but we need to start gaining things. And the Jays need a day off now. They have played a lot of baseball. I think it was like 15 games in 16 days or something like that. And they need a day off. And they have one tomorrow before they head down to St. Petersburg to take on the Tampa Bay Rays in glorious, just beautiful Tropicana Field. Yeah, I can't say that with a straight face. But they got to do what they got to do. And they got to go down there. Pitching matchups, Lariano and Archer. I don't want to see Archer again. After the last time we saw him, I don't want to see that again. But looks like we are going to see him in Game 1 of that series. Game 2, well, we don't know about because that's a whole gong show. And Marco Estrada and Alex Cobb looking to go in the finale on Sunday. So, they got to use this day off. And they got to come out in Tampa and win that series. I mean, it's not going to be easy. We know that for a fact. But that's what they got to do. So, it sucks that they lost this game because it was all broken bat garbage. But it happened. They found the holes with those broken bat stuff. It sucks, but it happened. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video, hey, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game, and was it just the bad luck or was it bad pitches? You know, let me know what you guys thought, and we'll talk to you guys. My goodness, Friday, Raptors edition. I mean, they look to get one win against the Cleveland Cavaliers and get back in this series. And we'll also talk to you guys Jays edition Friday as well as they're back on the road, as we've been saying, to take on the Tampa Bay Rays, Francisco Lariano, Chris Archer. We gotta get a win. We gotta find a way to beat Archer. Let's see if we can do it. We'll talk to you guys then.